In Dhaka today, almost every child may be carrying poisonous lead in their blood, and according to research, it's as high as 98% of them. But this is not because of what they eat or what they do, but from what we throw away, the e-waste.
Lead exposure is not only a children's issue, it silently affects adults too, damaging health, lowering productivity, and reducing quality of life across the city. Waste is everywhere. Organic waste rots on the streets. E-waste and metal are dumped or burned. Chemicals leak into rivers. Every part of it spreads disease and pollutes the air, harming people and communities every single day.
Bangladesh produces more than 33,000 tons of waste every day. In 20 years, the number could reach 140,000 tons per day. Most of this waste is not managed properly. Not even those could have been able to reuse and recycle. This is a global problem. We could never fully put into words how waste is poisoning all lives. You feel it, you see it, and you live it.
Here is another recent news. A 33-year-old woman waste collector from the streets of Srimangal. She earns only 550 taka per month, while the dishonest middlemen take advantage of her in this broken system. The truth is, the garbage you see around you is not the real waste. The real waste is our outdated and our unaccountable waste management system. And this is where Wastopia begins.
Wastopia is more than a waste management system. It's a complete accountability ecosystem. We combine IoT smart bins, blockchain login, and AI-powered sorting to track every piece of waste from deposit to safe disposal. Citizens and workers are rewarded for recycling, while industries are held responsible for their share. Our youth-first approach ensures sustainability is not just a practice today, but a culture for tomorrow. But to make this system truly corruption-proof, we need technology that guarantees trust at every step. That's why blockchain is at the core of Wastopia. Why blockchain? Because traditional systems failed. Records are fragmented, data gets hidden, and middlemen delay payments. Blockchain solves this by creating a single tamper-proof ledger where no one can manipulate results. Rewards are instant, transparent, and tokenized. This is how we eliminate corruption and build trust across the entire waste ecosystem. So blockchain gives us trust and transparency, but Wastopia is more than just a ledger. Let's look at the full set of features that make this ecosystem stand apart. Our platform stands out with features built for both impact and scalability, from waste tracking and e-waste traceability to anti-corruption, audits, and incentive systems. Every layer is designed to lose loopholes beyond waste management. Wastopia expands into training workshop, recycling partnerships, and a dedicated marketplace, making it a self-sustaining ecosystem. These features only matter if they work seamlessly together. So how does it all come alive in practice? Let's walk through the Wastopia workflow. The process is seamless and end-to-end. Waste is deposited in smart bins validated at the edge and logged on blockchain. From there, it moves through collection, processing, and conversion into new resources. Along the way, citizens, workers, and sponsors all earn rewards. This circular economy ensures value is created at every stage instead of waste being lost. This closed-loop system looks simple to the user, but behind the scenes, a powerful architecture keeps it running securely and at scale. Behind the scenes, Wastopia runs on a robust architecture. On the client side, citizens and workers interact with smart bins and apps. On the server side, blockchain smart contracts record every transaction supported by decentralized storage and our native coin layer, Wastopia. This architecture ensures scalability, resilience, and future expansion. Now, architecture is the backbone, but it is the ecosystem of technologies that gives Wastopia its real strength. Here's how each layer works together. Wastopia's ecosystem integrates multiple technologies into one seamless platform. Blockchain ensures transparency, AI and IoT provide real-time monitoring, smart contracts deliver tokenized rewards. Together, these components build a transparent, incentive-driven system that transforms waste management into a data-secured and future-proof process. With this integrated tech stack, we don't just manage waste, we transform it. And this is exactly where Wastopia gains an edge over existing competitors. Existing players only manage waste, they collect and dump. But Wastopia transforms waste into opportunity, accountability, and lasting change. While others remain reactive, we are proactive, ensuring transparency, incentives, and youth engagement are baked into the system. That's why Wastopia doesn't just complete, it wins. But our biggest differentiator is how we handle the most dangerous kind of waste, aka the e-waste. Let me show you why traceability changes everything. E-waste is Bangladesh's silent poison, where 90% is handled by informal recyclers, exposing millions to toxins. Wastopia sets itself apart by offering full traceability from QR and IoT tagging to blockchain validation. Every device is tracked until safe destruction or recycling. No dumping, no burning, no child labor. Governments and citizens get real-time proof of proper disposal. If we don't act, this toxic cycle continues unchecked. To understand the urgency, let's take a hard look at the status quo in Bangladesh today. Today, 90% of Dhaka's children already carry lead in their blood. Informal recycling sites releases toxins like mercury and cadmium, leading to brain damage and organ failure. Bangladesh generates over 600k tons of e-waste yearly, and almost all of it is mishandled. This is the broken system we are changing. Wastopia is the answer to move from chaos to accountability.
Wastopia cuts pollution, protects health, and secures water through safe disposal. We empower recycling workers and modernize tracking aligned with SDGs and UNICEF's 3.0 vision. To deliver this impact, we also need to recognize the risks and show how Wastopia shins against them. We start youth first, include informal workers with fair payouts and align with city rules. Blockchain thus secures the data and offline sync keeps it running. And also the trust is built in. With trust and resilience built in, the next step is how do we actually bring this to people's lives? That would be our go-to-market strategy. We begin with youth in schools and colleges to build habit early. From there, we scale through city corporation with verified ward-level programs and lock in long-term demand via EPR compliance for brands and recyclers. Adoption spreads bottom-up through citizens and top-down through regulation. And with a clear pathway to adoption, the question becomes how big is the opportunity we're stepping into? Bangladesh generates 4 to 5 tons of urban waste yearly, with over 60% unmanaged. Capturing even a fraction unlocks massive recoverable value. The market is enormous and urgent. Waste is both a challenge and an opportunity. A large and urgent market only matters if there's a sustainable way to capture value. That's where our revenue streams comes in. Revenue comes from EPR dashboards, transaction fees, recycler subscriptions, city contracts, CSR reporting, and youth sponsorships, growing only when waste moves safely. Now let's look at how these streams translate into growth over time. That's our financial projection. Year 1, pilots with schools and recyclers. Year 2, expand to multiple wards. Year 3, multi-city scale with steady recurring EPR revenue. The cost is clean, growth compounds. Finally, all these elements fit together in one picture. That would be our business model canvas. Wastopia partners with cities, recyclers, producers, and schools to manage waste and build a waste-conscious generation. We tag and track waste via IoT, QR, and RFID. Log in on blockchain, and we reward participants instantly with Wastocoin. We ensure compliance and run youth programs. Customers include producers, recyclers, and city corporations. Revenue comes from SaaS, marketplace fees, smart bin sales, and carbon ESG contracts. This model aligns incentives, sustains Wastopia, and creates real impact. We'll start with the young from school, college, and universities. Because when a student learns how to manage waste, and when they're rewarded for doing it right, it will just not be an action. It will be the birth of a whole new culture.
Imagine a generation that sees waste not as garbage, but as possibility, as opportunity. A generation with sustainability in their veins, breathing it with every choice, and refusing to let their future be passive. This is not just a change. This is a revolution.
If we do nothing, we are drowning our future in poison. But if we act now, if we build this culture from every school, every home, every street, change will rise. Wastopia is not just technology. It's not just about blockchain, business, or IoT. It's a promise. Every waste will be accounted for. Every good action will be rewarded. And every community will rise together.
So, the choice is simple. Stay with the broken system that poisons our children, or join us building Wastopia, which turns waste into values, which empowers our citizens, and which creates a brighter, greener, and a new future for our Bangladesh. The future of waste begins here, the future of Bangladesh begins here, and it all starts with Wastopia.